Did you know that when Shakespeare says spleen, he means temper, spirit, or humors? And actually, that humors meant the combination of the four bodily fluids that determined a person's temperament or health. And we still use these words today, but they don't mean the same thing today that they meant 400 years ago. I mentioned before in this channel the importance of an actor looking up the definitions of the words that he or she doesn't know. It's an important part of an actor's job. But what about the words that you don't know, right? What are you supposed to do about those? Well, in that spirit, here are 5 words that don't mean the same thing today that they did 400 years ago when Shakespeare wrote them. So we'll start with the word brave, which we think of as courageous. In Shakespeare's day, it actually meant excellent, splendid, magnificent, or showy. The word bravo, which we still use today in the same context of congratulatory or complimentary, it has the same root. So excellent, magnificent, showy. Number 2, O-W-E, which we think of as an obligation to someone or something, like I owe you a favor. Well, in Shakespeare's day, it meant to own or to possess. Right? Sonnet 18 states, but thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. In other words, the beauty that you already possess or own. Number 3, gentle, which we think of as not harsh, docile, actually meant high-born, distinguished, honorable. Hence the term gentleman. If you were a gentleman, you were someone who was distinguished, honorable, or high-born. Number 4, meet, M-E-E-T, meet, which we think of as a gathering of people or things. Well, in Shakespeare's day, it actually meant something that was precisely adapted to a particular situation, a particular need, or a particular circumstance, or very proper. In Hamlet, he says, my tables meet, it is I set them down. In other words, it is proper and it is appropriate and for me to set down the table. And finally, office. We still use this old meaning today a little bit, but not as much. And that wasn't the room where you did business. It was actually the business that you do. Right? And usually it was a sacred business. It was very specifically for like a priest's office or a set of prayers rather than the room that it was. So there you are, 5 words that mean something completely different today than they did in Shakespeare's time. Do you have any words that you wonder if there's an archaic meaning to? Let me know in the comments below.